Welcome to my channel Tech Set Go. Today we're talking about a camera that's got the entire photography world buzzing, the Nikon Z9 Mark II. Or as many are calling it already, the Z9 II. Whether you're a sport shooter, a wildlife enthusiast, or just someone who loves cutting-edge camera tech, this new release could change everything. Nikon isn't just playing catch-up anymore. They're aiming to lead. And the timing, it's no coincidence. With the 2026 Winter Olympics just around the corner, the world's biggest camera companies are preparing to showcase their most powerful gear, and Nikon is stepping up in a major way. Let's start with what's making the most noise, the global shutter. If you're not familiar with the term, a global shutter sounds technical, but its impact is huge. Most cameras today, even expensive ones, use what's called a rolling shutter. That means the sensor captures the image line by line from top to bottom. Works fine until things start moving fast. That's when problems happen. Straight lines bend. Fast-moving objects warp. It's subtle sometimes, but for professionals, those distortions matter. Now enter the global shutter. This new tech captures the entire frame at once. That means zero distortion, no bending, no weird artifacts in your action shots. Whether you're filming a race car, a bird in mid-flight, or a fast-paced boxing match, everything looks clean and sharp. For sports shooters, wildlife photographers, and even filmmakers, this could be a gamaker. If Nikon pulls this off well, they'll be the first major brand to bring a global shutter to a full-frame camera without any compromises. There's another big benefit to flash sync speed. With rolling shutters, your flash has to fire in sync with the scan. But with a global shutter, it can fire at any point in the exposure. That opens the door to more creative lighting options. You can freeze action more precisely. You can work in tougher lighting situations with confidence. It's a small change on paper, but a massive one in practice. Now, global shutters do have trade-offs. Traditionally, they haven't been as strong in low light. Dynamic range. How well the camera handles the darkest shadows and brightest highlights has also been an issue. These are things that can make or break image quality. So, the big question is, can Nikon give us the best of both worlds? Clean action shots and beautiful, rich images, even in challenging light? If they can, the Z92 won't just be another flagship pit, be a revolution. But speed is also a huge part of the story. Let's talk numbers. The original Z9 was fast, very fast, but reports say the Z9i is doubling down. We're talking 40 frames per second in RAW. That's not a typo. 40 raw images every second. That's twice what the Z9 could manage. And if you switch to JPEG, try 240 frames per second. That's faster than most video frame rates. That means you can capture tiny moments that used to slip by. Blink, a twitch, a splash. Now you catch it all, and there's something else. Pre-capture RAW. This might be one of the smartest features we've seen in a while. Here's how it works. The camera starts buffering images before you even press the shutter. So if you hesitate, or your reflexes are just a bit slow, it doesn't matter. The moment still gets saved. It's like having a time machine in your camera. This feature started showing up in some Nikon cameras through firmware updates. But it wasn't in the original Z9 that left a lot of users frustrated. Some think Nikon held it back on purpose to save it for this release. Whether that's true or not, it's clear now pre-capture RAW will be a major draw for the Z92. But power like this needs a brain to match. That brings us to the processor, the new XPE8. This isn't just a performance bump. This is a whole new generation of image processing. It has to handle a lot. Global shutter data, ultra-high frame rates, 8K video, complex autofocus tracking, live previews, menu controls, all without overheating. It's a tall order, but Nikon seems ready. The Z9i is also expected to push video further. We're hearing about 8K support, high frame rate 4K, more flexible video profiles, and yes, unlock is likely back, maybe even improved. I guess Nikon's flat color profile for video? It gives filmmakers more control in post-P-production, better color grading, smoother transitions, cleaner shadows and highlights. This camera isn't just for photographers, it's for hybrid shooters. People who shoot stills and video, people who need cinematic tools and a body that fits in a backpack. Now, let's talk about the real-world stuff. Heat, build, size. Every high-performance camera has to deal with heat, start shooting 8,000 video or 40 fps bursts, and that sensor gets hot fast. The Z9 had some limitations. So, how is Nikon handling it this time? Remember CES 2025? Nikon showcased a modified Z9 designed for long shoots in outer space. That's right, outer space. It was part of their lunar camera project. It had advanced thermal tech built in. Now, we don't expect space-grade cooling in the Z92, but if even a piece of that technology makes it to the final model, we could see major improvements in thermal performance. As for the body itself, don't expect it to be small. The Z9 was a big camera. Z92 probably will be too. That might turn off some casual shooters, but for pros, it's ideal. Bigger bodies handle better with long lenses, offer better balance, more buttons, more ports. They just work better. In professional hands, let's shift to the competition, because Nikon isn't alone. Sony is working on its A1 successor. Canon is prepping its EOS R1. These cameras will be fierce. High-speed shooting, killer autofocus, amazing video tools, just like the Z9 II. So what sets Nikon apart right now? The global shutter? If Nikon launches the first full-frame mirrorless camera with a global shutter and no major compromises, that gives them a serious edge. A headline feature, something the others don't have yet, but it won't come cheap.